Hey, I'm Dane with Lakeside Marine and Motorsports, and I'm going to talk to you today about winterization. One of the things that we try and do differently here is to make sure that every single boat is winterized 100% correctly each time. You're going to see a lot of variations, some of those being just block drains, some people just blowing antifreeze through the system. And what we try and do differently is make sure that every single boat gets done completely correct by the book every single time. So how we make that happen, we start off by stabilizing the fuel tank. Everybody knows that ethanol is not friendly for the boat these days. So we start off by doing that. We'll go ahead and put fuel stabilizer right in the fuel tank, and we crank it up, and we'll run that boat all the way up to operating temp to make sure that not only the stabilizer that we're putting in that fuel tank, but also the coolant system is completely open on both sides of the exhaust and engine block. And that's going to guarantee that your fuel gets all the way stabilized, starting at the fuel tank, fuel line leading up to the fuel filter. The carburetor or fuel injection rail is going to be stabilized, as well as the injectors if it's an injected system. That's going to prevent you from cranking up and starting off with poor fuel quality, which defeats the purpose of just throwing it in the tank. Then at that point, remember, we've already brought both sides of the engine up to temp. We're going to drain those back down. We will manually pull the block plugs on knock sensors, whatever may be there, drain them down, and then check to make sure that they're not clogged with rust, sediment, debris, sand. We put those plugs back inside, back flush that system with coolant. We're going to make sure that it's coming through the exhaust to guarantee that process that protects you against low-lying areas or areas that may not be completely drained. And we also make sure that your sinks, toilets, generators, air conditioning, ballast bags, transmissions, everything else that commonly gets overlooked is 100% squared away. If that's something you want to do, we'd be glad to help you out with supplies or how-tos. But if you don't want to mess with that, and you want to make sure you've got a guaranteed winterization to protect your boat and your investment, then call Lakeside Marine and Motorsports or visit us online at lakesidemarine.com.